We're back. It's the second half of season 5 of The Goal is to Become a Gardener.
And we finally get to do my favorite thing, which is throw a backyard garden-to-table dinner party.
For our very special guest. Yeah. I'm just gonna eat my strawberry.
Take my gum out.
I have to tell you, I have always wanted to throw a garden dinner party.
I love them. It's one of my favorite things to do.
I know you do them a lot, so where do you start when you're planning?
Also, planning's important. I normally have a day I menu plan, and then a day for meal prep, and a day for decor.
And how do you figure out the menu?
That is entirely driven by what is happening in my garden right now. What's fresh, what's ripe and ready to go. I was thinking of, as the main course, maybe a herb roasted chicken, because the herbs are going crazy right now, and then we'll have some surprises.
Oh, all of that sounds awesome.
Do you think you could help me pick out a wine to go with that?
Well, I know there's a new winery that just opened nearby, and I know exactly the person to talk to. We're here at Saddlehill Winery in Voorhees, and we're with owner Bill Green. This is a really young winery. How long has it been here?
We've only been open 5 months.
And we're here to taste some wines to select them for the garden party.
Can we taste a bunch of them?
I think we can. Can we taste a bunch of them?
Absolutely.
Okay, what do you got?
We are going to start with the Cabernet Sauvignon. When we started planting grapes in 2021, we knew that we were not going to have enough grapes to open in 2024 from our own land. So we leased 5 other vineyards in New Jersey, mostly, actually all in South Jersey. And this particular wine came from the Ashenfelter vineyard, which is very interesting. It's in Vineland, New Jersey. Orly Ashenfelter leases us part of his vineyard, and Orly is a professor at Princeton University, and he is the leading economist on wine in the country.
Yeah. Professors are great people, don't you think?
Yeah.
We'd have some black fruit on the nose, it's a hint of tobacco and plum. And it's just really a delicious...
It's wonderful.
I'm not
taste.
usually a red wine drinker,
Yeah.
but this is very good. So what food would pair with this wine?
Yeah, so this is clearly some kind of meat, but I would do chicken, I would do any kind of, even a salmon or a swordfish if you wanted to go on the fish route.
So you've named everything, so I think that means you just want to drink.
In a perfect world, I would do this with a 8-ounce filet mignon.
It goes well with donuts.
And it goes amazing with chocolate.
Oh, I bet.
Fruit-filled chocolate with the fruits coming from our orchard.
I'm there. That sounds good.
That wasn't a hard sell.
No. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Wegmans.
Both Marianne and I shop at Wegmans in Mount Laurel because your garden won't have everything you need for a dinner party.
We especially like that Wegmans produce is from farms near their stores. They have a great butcher and seafood department, all responsibly sourced. They have a large wine and spirit selection, an incredible gluten-free department, extensive cheese department, and a bakery where everything is baked on site. It's a lot.
And Wegmans business practices show they believe sustainability is important, which we all know it is.
So keep Wegmans in mind when you're planning your next dinner party.
So this is our 2023 Rosé, and this is about the only wine that I don't care if somebody wants to put an ice cube in. We do have 7 horses on the property, so we use the horses on the theme and the wildflowers. So if you drive around the property, you'll see wildflowers and gardens all over the place. So we just emulated the theme of the winery on the bottle.
This property has a history with horses.
It does. 1773, this property was gifted by George Washington to his personal guard, Lieutenant John Stafford.
Get out of here.
And it was in the Stafford family name for 250 years. And back in the 30s, they pivoted away from traditional farming oats, barley, corn, and started training and raising and boarding harness racing horses.
I grew up watching them.
Yes.
And same here. We used to sit across the street at the Cowtail Bar.
Yes.
And if, sat on the hood of our parents' car and eat ice cream and watch the horses.
I have shoes that are probably still sticky from walking around in the Cowtail Bar.
I get it. And the other thing is, we have 90 years of horse manure on the soil, which is why our wine is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Very good soil health.
From Tony, that's a good thing. How do the worms help healthy soil?
So worms are a critical part of soil health.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Your microbes must be out of control here. I love it.
I could drink that
all night.
We'd like to thank our sponsor, Carlucci's.
Sometimes you may not want to plan and prepare your own dinner party.
Many times, actually. Carlucci's in Mount Laurel is a beautiful spot for waterfront dining. Delicious food, a great wine selection, and happy hour during the week. Tony and I have gone there, and the view while you're dining is incredible.
Carlucci's has a newly renovated outdoor terrazza, which is a beautiful outdoor space right on the water with louvered ceilings and ceiling fans.
It's gorgeous. When you'd like a night out where you can just sit back and enjoy, try Carlucci's in Mount Laurel.
This is our 2023 Sauvignon Blanc, which is our #1 selling wine. I was never a Sauvignon Blanc drinker until this was bottled, which was a big surprise for me. And now this is my go-to afternoon wine that I drink practically every day.
Wow.
It's really terrific. It's dry and it's got some tropical fruits, but it doesn't have a lot of the bite that a lot of Sauvignon Blancs have. This is a very easy drinking wine. In 2021, even before I had any approvals, we planted 5 acres of grapes, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, and Cabernet Sauvignon, and the Sauvignon Blanc and the Chardonnay we were able to harvest in 23 and serve the wine in 24, which is very typical for white wines. And the cool thing about this one, this was in our first planting in 2021. So if you take a look outside that window right there, we're really happy to share that this is the first wine that was ever produced in Voorhees, New Jersey.
And they're beautiful. Your grapevines look unbelievably healthy and gorgeous.
Yeah, our farm team does an amazing job in the vineyard. This all happened because I needed a stall for a horse that I bought in Florida. And we have 4 alpacas. They are here primarily because they're just so damn cute. And we just got 6 sheep, and they are head down grazers. So we could take them out into the vineyard and they will eat the weeds in the vineyard.
I need a sheep.
Use less herbicides, and because they're head down, they won't come up and eat the leaves and the grapes. So they have a job. A lot of the foods that you'll eat in our farmhouse kitchen will be grown here. So we have a 600 tree orchard, cherries, pears, apples, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. As the fruit matures, we're actually making our homemade jam and selling it in our market. We have a greenhouse that produced greens and produce before we opened. It was in the cold. And now we have about 5 or 6 acres of vegetables, in addition to 3 acres of russet potatoes, which in about another 30 days, we're gonna harvest 30,000 pounds.
Coming here for French fries and wine, baby.
The French fries are really, really outstanding here.
I have 20 feet of vegetable garden space in my backyard, and that's killing me. So I don't know how you're doing all of this.
We have great people.
Yes.
On that note, I'd love to see the rest of your operation. Can we walk around and see it?
And we'd love to show you the farm. But before we do that, I'd like to share the last wine that we had selected for today. So this wine can only be produced with the Curdesse label and this logo if you are within the outer coastal plain region, which is primarily the South Jersey region. And there are a lot of restrictions around what you can put in the bottle and what you can't put in the bottle. You have to have, obviously, all the grapes have to be from the outer coastal plain, and it has to include the grape Chambourcin, which is an amazing French-style grape that does incredibly well in New Jersey. And so this wine is 50% Chambourcin, 25% Cabernet Sauvignon, and 25% Cabernet Franc.
It's so fascinating to me how you could plant broccoli in 30 different soils. And you'd have varying degrees of success, but the broccoli's all going to taste the same. Wine grapes, everything about the soil and the weather, everything impacts the flavor from one year to the next. So different.
Are you ready for this one?
I am.
I like the first red, so we'll see how this goes.
So this
Would this be, I hate to even say this, would this be considered dry?
is definitely dry.
Okay, good.
I like this one. I like the other red a little better. I think it's
Yeah.
smoother.
It's fuller bodied.
Yes, it
this is a more medium bodied.
It's chewy, is that the right term?
That's exactly.
Chewy.
What? Wow, I sound like I know. Sound like I know more than.
Sure, this isn't Wine Enthusiast magazine here.
Chewy.
It has a lovely nose.
And you do know what that
Fruity on
is.
the palate.
Yes.
There you go. And I'm like, yeah, this is
Hold on, let me
good.
take my gum out.
Okay, so this one over this one, we're
think.
saying for our dinner.
I
Okay,
think.
so then,
Then the rosé.
It's just so pretty.
can you imagine that on the table?
I can't,
It'd be so
are you
nice.
kidding me?
Okay,
I've
so
already imagined it on the table.
This one over this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So how about
that's
the, you can use it as a starter. You got a salad
Are you
to
saying
start?
we could take we could have 2 wines at one
There
dinner?
are times I have 3 wines with a meal. You have to have a starter,
I have an idea.
and then you have something with your entree, and then how about dessert? Where's our port?
Yeah, where's the port?
Okay, so wait, what are we gonna do?
So I love red, but the menu that we're working on is like a herby grilled chicken with some really light, a lot of veggies out of the garden. And so I feel like white is the way to go, if there's a right way.
Okay. You love that one? I love this one too. I think we should.
Let's take 2. It takes 2, baby.
There you go. Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Awesome.
Cheers.
I'm going to pass you off at this time to our farmer Diego, who's responsible for everything on this farm that grows or lives.
These are beautiful.
They are beautiful. So Diego, I recognize most of this, but what all are you growing here? Share that with us.
Well, here we have some strawberries with garlic to make a companion planting. We also have some hot peppers there, sweet peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, a bunch of different varieties of lettuce, arugula, kale, broccoli, cauliflowers.
Can I taste this?
Of course.
Okay.
Can I taste one?
Oh. Right, I had to. Oh my God, this is so good. I happen to love strawberries, and this is so good.
Yeah.
But I have a question for you. So, everything I planted from seeds today, this season, nothing grew. Like not a speck of green.
What about the irrigation schedule?
I'm supposed to have an irrigation schedule.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna eat my strawberry. So let's say it didn't rain for 3 days. When I turn the water on, how long should I keep it on?
You have to check the soil and see how the ground is, the soil is looking.
Yeah.
So you have to be dark. Like a lot of people is saying like, hey Diego, should I water? Well, check the soil first,
Oh.
and then you can decide like how much, how long you should water.
So nothing, I can't judge by the amount of rain. I have to go look at the soil.
Yeah, every
And you
soil
can
is
buy a
different.
water meter,
Right.
too. Just stick it in there.
Diego, this is absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for showing us
Thank you.
around.
Thank
We
you
have
for
some
coming.
wine to buy.
And we have some harvesting to do for our dinner party. We got to get back and do that.
Fun. Shall we go?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take some strawberries.
Please.
Take some for me. Take some for me.
Just a few.
Just a few.